In 1962, the University of Sindh established an institution called the Sindh Academy. Its aims and objectives were to establish a research library containing all available books and manuscripts written by in any language, providing information about Sindh, its past and present, and to establish a Bureau of Production, Publication and Translation, and publish research material produced in Sindhi and other Pakistani languages and in English, Persian and Arabic, including relevant PhD thesis submitted to the University of Sindh or any other university of Pakistan. The aim was to promote research on Sindhology and assist research scholars in getting relevant material. In 1964, it was decided to change the nomenclature and the status of the institution and substituted its name with Institute of Sindhology, enhancing its aims and objectives. The aim is to interpret Sindh and its contribution to human history and civilization. In the words of Dr. M. Raziuddin Siddiqui, renowned scientist, ex-Vice-Chancellor, University of Sindh and founder of the Institute of Sindhology, great things very often begin in a small way. Sindhology was founded in a small room of 8 by 8 at the Sindh University, Old Campus, Hyderabad. The foundation stone of the present independent and majestic building was laid down on 10th December 1972 and the institute was shifted in the new building in 1978. The institute's building is the masterpiece and the best portrayal of amalgamations of the Islamic and Buddhist architectures on Allana Qazi campus, Jamshoro. The 3-storied main building, decorated with beautiful hala tile work, many fashion look, with its own arms housing the research library and administration block. The main domed building houses the Anthropological Research Center, Arts Gallery, Film and Photographic sections and Audio-Visual section, while its two arms stretched at right and left house administration block including Pir Husamuddin Rashdi Auditorium and the Research Library respectively. The extension made at the time of Silver Jubilee celebrations in 1987 houses the book depot and gift shop. The present aims and objectives of the Institute of Sindhology are as under: to develop, enrich and build up the concept of Sindhology as a modern discipline based on research, documentation and dissemination of authentic information on Sindh. To preserve and promote the culture heritage of Sindh related to arts and crafts, their tools and instruments both borrowed and indigenous. To promote study on the Indus Valley civilization and further investigation into the ancient sites in Sindh. To carry out field research work in Sindh and document historical events for journal as well as special research use. Conducting studies relating to social, cultural and political history of Sindh. To preserve objects and specimen of anthropological, historical and artistic value. To conserve culture, achievements of Sindh through ages. To set up dioramas depicting daily life, etc. of various ethnic groups of Sindh, to exhibit arms and armors of Sindh, to collect paintings on Sindhi culture and landscapes on the daily life of Sindh, to preserve, promote and exhibit material illustrating history of civilization and culture, traditional and modern of Sindh, to assist research scholars from the country and abroad who are working in different fields of Sindhological studies, procuring and displaying old musical instruments and preserving musical traditions and oral history of Sindh, publishing basic source material and research work on all aspects of Sindh, to recognize culture and literary activities, exhibitions of books, paintings, photographs, specimens of arts and crafts, Sindhology and its different sections, Anthropological Research Center and Sindh Art Gallery Museum. Institute of Sindhology has been recognized within the country as well as abroad as a cultural repository of its own kind. An Anthropological Research Center and Sindh Arts Gallery has been established in this institute for the exhibition of objects, setting up dioramas of various ethnic groups of Sindh and corners of prominent personalities of Sindh. The collection of representative artifacts began in early 1970s. The masterpieces representing archaeological material, woodwork, threadwork, metalwork, leatherwork, pottery, jewelry, coins, arms, photographs and paintings have been collected. The wide variety of collection in the museum has been displayed in different galleries. So far, the following 9 galleries have been organized: Archaeological Gallery, Arms Gallery, Ethnological Gallery 1, Ethnological Gallery 2, Prominent Personalities Gallery, General Gallery, Photographic Gallery, Indus Painting Gallery, and Ethno-Musical Gallery. The Prominent Personalities Gallery deserves special mention at this stage. This particular gallery contains portraits with short captions of more than 175 eminent writers, scholars, educationists, social workers, politicians, lawyers, freedom fighters, spiritual leaders, and public figures like prime ministers, chief ministers, and governors. This gallery also houses special corners of very important personalities such as Quaid-e-Azam Muhammad Ali Jinnah, Allama I.I. Qazi, a great philosopher, ex-vice chancellor and founder of the University of Sindh Jamshoro campus, Hassan Ali Afandi, founder of Sindh Madrasatul Islam, Karachi, Pir Husamuddin Rashdi, a renowned scholar and historian of Sindh, and Zulfiqar Ali Bhutto. A special mention may also be made of the Harmonium, on which the national anthem of Pakistan was composed by Mr. Ahmad Ali G. Chagla, a renowned musician of Pakistan. The first Sindhi typewriter, the Monarch, manufactured in 1926 at New York, USA, and also houses in the gallery. Research and Reference Library. One of the functions of the Institute of Sindhology has been to guide, assist and facilitate the local as well as foreign scholars in their research projects concerning various aspects of Sindh, particularly Sindhi language, literature, art, culture, history, anthropology, sociology and ethnography of various ethnic groups of Sindh. For this purpose, Research and Reference Library has been established by collecting and preserving the significant and important books, manuscripts, and historical documents. It is one of the finest and largest modern library in Pakistan with the most modern facilities available in our country. Efforts are being made to make it one of the most well-equipped and the best libraries on Sindh in the subcontinent. The library building has two large air-conditioned halls for books, manuscripts and periodicals, and a reading room. Research library has also following facilities. It has a cell for preservation and restoration of rare documents and rare material along with binding section. This cell is equipped with modern machinery and equipments. This library has the facilities of microfilming unit with the 2 microfilm readers and 1 microfilm camera, processors and reader printer. Beside these facilities, photostat and duplicating service is also being provided to the students, teachers and scholars. Presently, Research Library has collecting of more than 1,15,000 books in all major languages. And 100,000 other items comprising magazines, maps, etc. library possesses most remarkable collections of 1671 rare manuscripts in Arabic, Persian and Sindhi. Corners have been established in this library in the names of the personalities of Sindh whose relatives and family members have been donated the collection of their elders or of their own. So far, 41 book corners have been established in the names of the some prominent personalities of Sindh. Bureau of Production, Publications and Translation. The Institute has so far published 178 books in Sindhi, English, Urdu, Punjabi and Arabic languages. It undertakes publication of scholarly works on any aspect of Sindh and to highlight significant achievements through publications. The Institute brings out 2 biannual journals in English and Sindhi languages with the titles of Sindhological Studies and Sindhi Adab respectively. Audiovisual section. It is ethno-musical gallery and performing arts, sound and film section. Sindh is rich in music. Its music occupies a distinct and unique position among various cultures of this part of the world. Despite the absorption, innovation and the influence of the Arabic, Persian and Indian music, Sindhi music continues to retain its original form and rhythm. It has withstood the test of time in its charm, sweetness and inspirational melody that is easily accepted, appreciated and admired everywhere in the world. The great bulk of Sindhi music, it is to be noted, comprises of folk music. The unit of Institute of Sindhology has been visiting from village to village in every part of Sindh and has recorded the various items of Sindhi music. Thus the collection is being made available on tapes and cassettes. So far good work has been done in the province of Sindh and the material has been collected and preserved in the original form and shape of Sindhi music. Other achievement of audiovisual section of the Institute of Sindhology, a number of personalities such as writers, scholars, educationists, politicians, singers, artists, etc. have been interviewed on VCR and their audio-video cassettes have been preserved. A good collection of gramophone records has been transferred on audio tape cassettes. Research and documentation cell. This section has achieved many targets concerning research and documentation. The work began with compilation and publication of catalog, bibliographies, directories and periodical literature. Main objective of the cell is to produce and keep updating directory of Sindhi writers, a source book on prominent personalities of Sindh, bibliography of Sindhi books, development of Sindhi language. For development of Sindhi language, a typewriter for Sindhi language has been made available and a book on Sindhi shorthand has been published. As the part of cultural activities of the Institute of Sindhology, organizing different kinds of academicals and cultural functions is a permanent feature of the Institute. In this connection, seminars and literary conferences are being held on regular basis and anniversaries of scholars and writers are being celebrated from time to time in Peer Husamuddin Shah Rashidi Auditorium. In addition to its arranging exhibitions of creative paintings, exhibitions of arts, crafts, is also included in the main priorities of Sindhology, which makes it most eventful institute of the University of Sindh.